That works. And so the biggest part to this, and I'm going to do the example here for row A, is you take whatever value you have. So in this case, I labeled them as A, B, or C. All of those are going to be this complex number here. They're all going to represent whatever Z is. So this is, you plug in A, B, and C. So in here, you're going to plug in A, B, and C. For here, you're going to plug in A, B, and C in order for you to answer these questions. And so if we just run through each of them super quickly, we can see kind of the outcomes that we're gonna get. So for the first problem, or for the first row, we have this value of Z plus 3 minus 2I. And what is Z? What is our first value for Z? Yeah, 2 plus I. So instead of Z, I want to put 2 plus I plus 3 minus 2I. Now it looks like you're foiling here, but you're not. We're adding those two values. Because we're adding, we actually don't need the parentheses. We get 2 plus I. The plus sign is just a plus 1, so we can distribute that in. We get plus 3 minus 2I. Does anybody remember how to simplify that? Yeah, combine the A terms, combine the B terms. So we get 5, and then we get 1I minus 2I. Negative 1I. So in the first row, first column, you can put that outcome. For the second one, we'll have 2Z, which is just 2 times that same value, which is A, which is 2 plus I. Can somebody tell me that answer? 4 plus 2I. Yep, you just distribute it in. And then the last one is IZ, not to be confused with easy. I, 2 plus I, all divided by 2. Okay. 2I plus I squared all over 2. This is where you have to come back in and know what I squared is. Does anybody know what I squared is equal to? Negative 1. So we get 2I plus, I always put a parenthesis around it. Always, always, always. I don't care if I know what the sign is in front, because if that was a negative sign in front, some of you get really messed up. All over 2. You could leave it like that. I want it to be better, because if I told you to plot that, you wouldn't be able to. And so in order to fix this, you can see that this is actually equal to 2I minus 1 all over 2. And then if you remember a long time ago, I showed you my muscles trick. The 2 has to carry the weight of both of those terms at the very top, which means each of them gets a little bit of the 2. 2I over 2 minus 1 over 2. Cancel, so we're just left with I minus 1/2. Or you can write that better as negative 1/2 plus I. And so this one wasn't, I'm not saying it wasn't hard, it was difficult. The examples that you got were difficult, but the hardest part was doing the whole table of them and not having enough space for it. Right? And I think I was talking to Angel. He did all of his work on the front side, and all of the values started getting jumbled together, and so he made little mistakes. And so I'm going to give you some more room, but it's really just plugging in those values and then simplifying it. If you can do that, this is really like the 2 that I'm looking for. The changing of the forms is really kind of elevating that game.